Hello everyone. 10th Standard Science 2, Chapter number 1, Heredity and Evolution. Now, you had studied a similar chapter in the previous year, that is heredity and variation. So let us recall or recollect certain important terms that are uh, necessary to understand this chapter. Okay, which component of the cellular nucleus of living organisms carries hereditary characters? So, which is the component? It is nothing but the DNA. Okay, DNA carries that hereditary character. Okay, where is DNA present? DNA present is present in the chromosomes, and chromosomes is present where? In the nucleus. So DNA is nothing but a small segment of chromosome, or a condensed form of chromosomes. Okay, and there is a special component known as genes, that is which is present on the DNA. That is a very small segment of DNA is known as genes. So this genes, what does it do? It carries that hereditary character. From whom it carries this hereditary character? From parents to the offspring, from one generation to the next. Okay, proceeding further, second question is, what do we call to the process of transfer of physical and mental characters from parents to the progeny? Progeny means offsprings. So which is that term? This process, the process of transfer of physical and mental characters from parents to progeny, is called heredity. Next, which are the components of the DNA molecule? Now we have studied the structure of DNA in detail in the previous year. We know that it is double stranded. Okay, we know that both the strands consist of alternately joined phosphate group, sugar, and nitrogenous bases. Okay, so these are the three main components of DNA: phosphate group, sugar, and nitrogenous bases, attached one below the other, and it forms a very long chain. Okay, and nitrogenous base are of four types. Which are the four types? They are adenine, guanine, which is known as purines. Okay, and cytosine, thymine, which are known as pyrimidines. Okay, so these are the main components of DNA: deoxyribose sugar, nitrogenous bases like adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, and the phosphate groups. Okay, so this was all about trying to recollect what we had studied in our previous year. Okay, proceeding with the chapter, what is heredity exactly? We have already studied the definition. What is heredity? Heredity is the transfer of biological characters from one generation to other. Okay, so this is heredity. So it transfers characters from one generation to other. And what is that component which transfers these characters? It is nothing but genes. Okay, which is present in the chromosomes. So we have studied little bit in detail about this transfer of characters from one generation to other in our previous year. Okay, so in our entire family, okay, in our entire family, there are transfer of traits from your grandparents to your parents, from your parents to you, and you will be transferring those characters to the next generation. So this is heredity. Now how did this heredity came to be known, or who started the study of heredity? We have already studied the laws of inheritance, correct, which was postulated by whom? Johann Gregor Mendel. Okay, he was the pioneer of the modern genetics. So we studied about uh, laws of inheritance last year, how he conducted the experiments by uh, carrying out the crossing over of pea plants, okay, having two contrasting characters. Okay, so we had studied about uh, monocross hybrid and uh, dihybrid cross, monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. So he was the pioneer of heredity. According to him, there are certain traits which are uh, carried on to the next generation. This was done in 1886. Okay. After that, in 1901, Hugo de Vries, he uh, gave the reasons, okay, behind the sudden changes that took place. Okay, sudden changes that took place in certain individual or certain species. Okay, that reason was explained in the theory named as mutational theory. Okay, so the reason behind this sudden changes was nothing but mutation. Okay, then what Hugo de Vries suggested, that the evolution that took place, okay, this was specially because of the occurrence of mutations, sudden changes gave rise to evolution. And what is believed, that the gradual changes that took place, that is Darwinian theory, was not the reason behind evolution. So he suggested this in his mutational theory. Then followed by this, Walter and Sutton in 1902. What did they do? They observed the pair of chromosomes in the cells of grasshopper. Okay, and they were the ones who said chromosomes are the basis of heredity. Okay, that is the main traits which are carried to the next generation is because of the chromosomes. Chromosomes are the main reason behind it, and that the reduction of chromosomes in meiosis is directly related to Mendel's laws of inheritance. So about reduction of chromosomes in meiosis, we'll be studying about this in 10th standard in the uh, third chapter. Okay, so I'll be explaining this in the third chapter. Followed by that, in 1944, Oswald Avery, Maclean McCarthy, and Colin MacLeod. These three geneticists, scientists, they proved that except viruses, all living organisms have DNA as genetic material. So there is no DNA present in virus. Virus only has RNA. Okay, and all other organisms has DNA as their genetic material. And lastly, in 1961, the French geneticists Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod, they proposed a model for the process of protein synthesis. Now, protein synthesis, we'll be studying about this in detail in this chapter. Okay, so what did they do? They proposed a model for the process of protein synthesis with the help of DNA in bacterial cells. Okay, so this detailed process. We'll be studying about it in this chapter. It also helped to uncover the genetic codes hidden in the DNA. So this is how the study of heredity took place. The development in study of heredity took place because of modernization in science. Okay, so what is the importance of studying heredity? There might be some importance. Okay, some uses of studying heredity, knowing heredity. So where is heredity, where can this study be used? This can be used for diagnosis and treatment diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of hereditary disorders. Okay, so if we have studied about how the genes or the traits are passed on from one generation to the other, the hereditary disorders that people suffer from when that trait is passed on can be diagnosed, can be treated, and if it is known which gene or which trait is showing defect, it can be prevented. Okay, where else it can be used? Production of hybrid varieties of animals and plants. For production of hybrid varieties of animals and plants. And thirdly, it can be used in industrial processes where microbes are used. Okay, so these are the different uses of heredity.